Hello and welcome to Total Health with Dr. Nick. My purpose is to inspire, empower, and motivate you to live longer, healthier, and more abundant lives. And today is treat day. Today you're going to make something that you're going to absolutely love. How many of you have gone to parties, dinner parties, dessert parties, whatever, and you go, you know what, I'd really love to bring something healthy, but nobody's going to eat it. They're going to know right away that this is something healthy. As my wife says, it's going to taste like cardboard. Well, this is something that I know you're going to go there and it's going to be a huge hit. You don't have to worry about this one, and that is making vanilla bean cupcakes. I will tell you, I love cupcakes, and vanilla bean cupcakes are absolutely one of my favorites, and it is 100% healthy. It's all keto, and it is all delicious, and I guarantee you, if you take this to someone's house, they are never going to tell that it's not the real thing, that it's not some store-bought or bakery cupcake. So you're going to love this. So let's go ahead and dive into the ingredients. The first thing I'm going to mix is the wet ingredients. So we've got 2 eggs here. And I'm going to use something that many of us really never see too often, and that is vanilla bean paste. And vanilla bean paste is really just vanilla bean paste. That's really all it is. You've used obviously vanilla extract and things like that, but this is actually a paste and it has the beans in it, and it's a lot better. I've tried it before where I've actually just used vanilla extract and it really does not come out very well. So as you can see, this is just a paste, just like that. All right, so let's go ahead and get that in there. And if you look real closely, you could actually even see the beans in it. So, all right. Then we're going to go ahead and put in mayonnaise. And guys, all the ingredients are going to be in the description. Many of you have asked me about that. You'll say, I can't find the ingredients. What's in this? What are the macros? Many times if you don't hit the show more button where it opens up more of the description, you're not going to see it. So I'm going to go ahead and add the mayo here. And then we are going to mix this up and blend it. All right. And this mayo that I'm using is amazing. It is one of the ones I've recommended before. It is a brand called Primal Kitchen. This one here is their avocado mayo, and this is just their classic mayonnaise. It is absolutely amazing. You're gonna love it, and it is totally, totally healthy, totally keto, totally delicious. You're gonna love this one. They also make another great one that is their chipotle lime mayo, and that's also very, very good. Highly recommend both of these. I'll put a link in the description below so you can go ahead and just click on that and order it right away. So we're gonna go ahead and mix this up. So you know what? I'm gonna use, not the hand mixer, but I'm just gonna use a regular whisk for this part. See how this works. And get this mixed up nice and smooth. Okay, so these ingredients are all mixed up. This is the wet ingredients. I'm going to go ahead and start mixing the dry ingredients together now. So what that is, in a separate bowl, I'm going to put almond flour, erythritol. Now you can use also xylitol. You want to be careful though, xylitol is not very good for dogs. Erythritol actually is a little bit better because it's a lot lower in glycemic index, and it's not going to spike your blood sugar as much, and it's a little bit lower in carbs. Salt, and I'm using pink salt here. You can use Celtic salt or sea salt, and baking powder. So we're going to go ahead and mix this up and get these ingredients together. And then I'm going to go ahead and add this directly to the wet ingredients. All right, and this is going to make our batter. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and mix the wet and the dry ingredients together, getting them incorporated. I like using this kind of spatula. This is made also by Pampered Chef, and as you can see, it's a spatula, but it also serves as a spoon too, so it's much easier to mix things when you have a spatula like this. This is looking really good. And you can easily use a hand mixer for this too. Okay. All right, so what I'm going to do now, this is all mixed and incorporated, so I'm going to start spooning it into the individual cupcake tray. And you're going to mix in about a half a cup per cupcake. Okay, and there you have it. So with this batch, I actually made about 8 cupcakes. Now, one thing I like to do a lot is many times if I just want to make a cake out of it, you can do that too. So you want to put it, depending on how thick or how thin you like it, you can put it in a 9 by 9 inch pan or a 13-inch pan, whatever you like, and you just spread it out evenly, and then we'll put the icing on it afterwards. So I'm going to pop these in the oven, 350 degrees for about 20-25 minutes. Depending on how hot your oven is, just keep an eye on it. You want to make sure it's golden brown on top. Check it, of course, with a stick to see if it's moist or if it's still a little gooey on the inside. So we're going to go ahead and pop these in, and while these are in the oven, I'm going to go ahead and get the cream cheese frosting going. You're going to love that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start the frosting, and this is basically a cream cheese frosting. So you want to put cream cheese. To this, I'm going to be adding, once again, erythritol, or once again, you can use xylitol, whatever you prefer. I will tell you erythritol is going to be a little bit better when it comes to keeping your blood insulin levels down. And that's really what it's all about. When it comes to the ketogenic diet, you want to keep the insulin levels down. It's a lot healthier for us. I'm also going to be adding 3 tablespoons of heavy cream. And preferably, if you can get organic, you want organic, or even if in your area you can get raw, you want to use raw. All right, and then I'm going to be adding half a teaspoon of vanilla. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start mixing the ingredients together. One thing I do recommend is start off with the cream cheese at room temperature. If it's not at room temperature, it's going to be a lot harder to work with, and you're going to get these little beads in there. So you want to make sure it's at room temperature so it's a lot smoother to work with. So we'll go ahead and start mixing this. And I do prefer to mix this with a hand mixer. I find it a lot easier to work with rather than using a whisk. All right, so that's mixed up very, very well. I'm just going to go ahead and taste it. I want to make sure it's got the right sweetness. That's perfect. My wife and my daughter used to work in a bakery where they used a lot of cream cheese frosting, and I will tell you that this is equally as good. When you can make it naturally like this, we were using organic cream, we're using erythritol or xylitol and cream cheese. This is absolutely delicious. You're not going to think in any way, shape, or form that this is not the real thing from a bakery. So we're going to just be checking on the cupcakes in a moment. We're going to let this cool in the refrigerator, and then once they're done, we're going to take them and put them together and make these beautiful cupcakes. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Okay, so these are right out of the oven. Well, not right out of the oven. They're actually cooled down a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and take one of these. As you can see, they're perfectly golden brown. That's exactly the way you want it. And what I'm going to do is just go ahead and put some icing, or some people call it frosting, depending on what part of the country or world you're in. So this was chilled beautifully in the refrigerator. So I'm going to put some of this cream cheese frosting or icing right on top. And there you have it. Look at how good that looks. Perfect, right? So I'm going to go ahead and, of course, taste test this, because I always have to make sure that these come out exactly the way I want them to. And like I said, you can also put this in a baking pan and make some cake out of it, and just basically whatever thickness you like it, and then frost the top of it, cut it up into squares. Because some people might say, you know what, this is a pretty filling cupcake here. I don't really want that much. You can cut them in half. Or like I said, you could just make it to where you put it on a baking pan. So I'm going to go ahead and taste these. Oh my God, absolutely amazing. Guys, you're going to absolutely love them. Like I said, feel free to take these to any dinner party you go to. People will not be able to tell that this is not some bakery cupcake that has all the gluten, all the sweets, all the sugars, all the bad stuff that we don't want to eat. This tastes exactly like a regular cupcake. Look at how good that is. So anyway, try this out. Let me know what you think. Write in the comments section. Let me know how well you like these. And I guarantee you guys, it is going to be a hit any party you take them to. So thanks so much for joining me today. I love and appreciate you. Thanks for helping our channel grow. Until then, this is Dr. Nick. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.